Hi everyone. I'm going to read, first I'm going to read this story which is on my phone, so I don't have pictures for that, but I'm going to read a story called The Mice's First Thanksgiving. And then after I read the story, I'm going to show you how to make an arts and crafts thing for Thanksgiving. It'll be like a little decoration that you can hang from your doorknob. And so we'll talk about that after I read the story. The Mice's First Thanksgiving. You have probably heard the story of the first Thanksgiving. You probably know all about how the Indians helped the Pilgrims learn to grow crops in their new land, and how the Pilgrims invited the Indians to come to a big celebration feast the following fall. You probably know that this very first Thanksgiving is the reason we still celebrate Thanksgiving today. But what you probably didn't know is the story of the Pilgrim mice and the Indian mice, and the way these tiny animals celebrated their first Thanksgiving together. You see, along with the people who sailed to America on the Mayflower, there was a small family of mice, Mama Mouse, Papa Mouse, and their two young children, Pip and Squeaks. It was a long voyage across the ocean for the mouse family, and they spent most of their time feeling tired and hungry, with not more than a scrap of food to eat. The mouse family rejoiced when at last the Mayflower reached the other side of the ocean and came to rest at Plymouth Rock. Mama and Papa and the children scurried off to the ship as fast as their tiny little mouse legs could carry them. Pips and Squeaks were so excited to reach dry land that they held paws and danced around in merry little circles. Mama and Papa laughed with happiness. They knew they were going to love their new home in America. But their first year in the new land was harder than they imagined. Many of the Pilgrim people grew sick and weak, and there were times when the mouse family wasn't sure if they would make it either. In fact, if it wasn't for another mouse family, the Pilgrim mice might have starved during their first long, cold winter in America. But luckily, a group of Indian mice were there to help them out. Chief Whiskers and his family showed Mama, Papa, Pip, and Squeaks the best places to build the coziest mouse holes and where to go get food like nuts and berries. The Indian mice helped the Pilgrim mice get used to living in this new land, and thanks to them, the Pilgrim mice grew strong and healthy. The following fall, when the Pilgrim and Indian people gathered to give thanks for their new home and new friends, the Pilgrim and Indian mice did the same. They had a magnificent mouse-sized feast of plump, juicy berries, crunchy nuts, and plenty of scraps, and fell from the long tables where the people were eating. They dined on breadcrumbs and strong cheeses and fruits and vegetables and pie. By the time they were all finished, all the mice were too full to eat another bite. "What a wonderful celebration," Pip said, patting his bulging belly. "We must do it again next year," his sister Squeaks added. "In fact, we should do it every year," Chief Whiskers chimed in. "I can't think of a better way to celebrate our new mouse friends and all of our blessings here in America," smiled Mama Mouse. And from that day to this, mice all across the country have gathered to remember the first Thanksgiving with friends, food, and plenty of fun. So after listening to the story, you can start thinking about what you might be thankful for and what are your Thanksgiving traditions. With me, I always have my family over, and we have a big turkey feast too. And we usually cook the same food every year. So that's our tradition. So maybe you can think of your tradition. Now for this activity, I want you to look around the house and find a piece of cardboard, like from an old box that you might have laying around the house, and cut it into a little square. And then I took a a hole punch and punched 2 holes in it. And then I took a piece of paper. You can take cloth or a piece of paper, and I cut it into a square so that it'll fit on the cardboard like this, and I'll glue it. You can use, I'm using Elmer's glue. So if you have some Elmer's glue, that would work, or even the stick glue might even work. Or if your parents have a glue gun, you can even use that. So you'll glue it on your cardboard, and then you'll want to, you might need your mom or dad or someone help you trace your hand, and you're going to put a little hand print on there. So let's see. One, two, three, four. So you'll have a thumb and 4 fingers. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fingers you'll have on there. And then you can make a little face if you want. And put your legs on there. And then you'll take for the fingers, you'll make into feathers. Now you can use crayons or markers, whatever you have. And you'll want to color in your fingers as your feathers. So you can use whatever colors you decide. And then color in your body, like with a brown crayon if you have a brown crayon. And then you take a black, I took a black marker, and I'm going to write what I am thankful for. So start thinking about what you're thankful for. And like on this one that I first made, I wrote, I am thankful for Mom and Dad. Or you could just write, I'm thankful for a cat or a dog, or maybe something you like to eat, or just going outside, whatever you're thankful for. Now I'm just writing, I am thankful for my family. So we write that, and then you want, if you have a pipe cleaner, that works really good. Or even some yarn or string, and just put it in the holes, twist it up there around like that, and then bring it over down to the other hole, so you make a little loop and twist the end onto it. And there, now you can, now what you will do is, if you want to take your markers and make a design on the bottom, like some stripes or triangles or polka dots, and then color them into whatever color you want. So like, let me finish this and I'll show you what I did. Anyways, this is to give you an example of what I'm doing. I did triangles and I'm coloring them in. So there you have it. This is the finished one. It looks a little bit better than the one I'm doing now. And you can hang it, or you can even give it to somebody if you want to, if you feel like giving it away. So hope everyone has a good Thanksgiving, and thanks for watching.